Well, good morning, everyone. Thank you for joining us today. My name is Eileen. For those of you who don't know me, I'll be leading the service today. And we're going to say blessings to everyone who managed to get here today, because some of the roads have been closed. And a special thank you to all of those listening on the YouTube at home. We're really pleased, and we feel your energy as well. So we are in the virtue of faith. We want to send out blessings to our brothers and sisters who were born in the virtue of faith. And I am confident that each one of you here participating online or at home have felt the energy of the masters and are grateful for their guiding us to the goals of faith. Faith, hope, and love. And the topic for today is cultivating faith. Paramahansa Yogananda said that cultivating faith is the realization itself. Belief can be swayed by contrary evidence and doubt, but faith is always ever secure because it is the direct perception of truth. I looked up the definition of faith I know what it is in my heart, but I thought I'd look it up. It's complete trust or confidence in someone or something, that intuitive self that you know from deep within your soul, that the path chosen toward your life goals presented to you are on the right track. I believe that's your gut instinct. Well, Norm Paulson, the founder of Sunburst, wrote in Sacred Science, "It is your responsibility to decide where you are going. Once you have decided, plant in the field of power with virtuous desires. Allow the Eightfold Path to influence your choices and always invite God to be your constant companion. So as you put on your spiritual nature, the pure self, you will recognize the knowledge which has always been there. The first step in meditation is breath." One day I was meditating and I said, how can I have a stronger relationship with spirit? What can I do? And I went in the house and I opened up Sacred Science and right to page 73, which says, your breath. Kind of took me back for a moment and I said, okay, I got it. I'll keep that in mind. So as you put on your spiritual nature and you take that meditation step with breath, this is a key that will take you to the center of your being and find the place where love exists for all. And when you find yourself in a difficult situation, I call it take a breather break. Take a breather break and proceed in balance and benevolence. I literally used to, at work, get upset. I would go into the bathroom and take 3 deep breaths, expel them, and just envision the light all over me. Take my breath down a little bit and go back to my desk. And believe me, that really works. Recently, while reading an article by Richard Rohr, a member of the Franciscan order, I don't know if anyone else knows who he is. He also reads a lot of Thomas Merton's things, and such a great group to belong to. Everyone is so intent on understanding their place mystically in the experience of God. They put an article on there where the 4 stages of faith outlined the perceptions, the simplicity, the complexity, perplexity, and harmony of the 4 stages of faith. I had to read that real slow because it's a tongue twister. From the diagram put forth, there were 2 takeaways that immediately caught my eye. Faith is humble, reverent to openness to the mystery of all that expresses itself in a non-discriminatory love. And I just read that over and over. It just really touched my heart. So there's an assumption that we are all connected, part of a greater whole. An article in Psychology Today entitled, "Our Second Brain, the Stomach," in the article it stated that the human stomach has neurotransmitters similar to the brain. Think about the time when you have that instinct, that gut instinct that tells you you've done the right thing. It's the intuitive self. Have faith in your intuitive self. It is your intuitive self giving you direction, knowing the deepest part of your soul. It's your co-creative self. So in your daily contact, be aware of your responses. Have faith in your gut instinct to guide you throughout the day. Study what you're experiencing when in meditation. When I take my Qigong classes, between each exercise, just stop and take a notice how you feel. Well, stop and notice what you're experiencing in meditation. Find that place that you feel services the right steps of study. Most importantly, when speaking, be impeccable with your word. Did you respond with the divine in your thoughts before you speaking? Were you mindful of your breath? Sometimes you get excited, your breath pitches up, your voice pitches up. So you breathe and listen to the divine within you and speak with integrity. It'll never fail you. And whenever at work I notice that my voice is starting to rise up, or I notice I want to go write that email right back, I stop myself. Find that energy, my gut energy right here. I bring it to my heart center, and then I always respond appropriately and with empathy. And in your heart center, to exude love and associate with those of like mind. When beginning a meal, take a few moments to send a prayer with a gratefulness for the bounty you've been gifted with. When working, as Yogananda used to say, be calmly active and actively calm. Be aware of your reactions and practice your breath before responding. During times of recreation, embrace the unknown and greet your interactions with a benevolent heart. I tell myself that often throughout the day. Benevolent heart, understand where they're coming from. I work with a lot of doctors. If I have someone upset with me, I just say, okay, they just had a sick child or sick patient and they're upset. When I used to work with ER doctors, I would tell myself, after being screamed at, somebody just died in the ER, so they're upset. It's okay. For my 2022 year-long values, at the beginning of 2022, I sat down and said, what am I going to focus on this year? It was monitoring my reactive self. Whether it was me or I was in a room or on a conversation with someone, I would make very sure that I was not being reactive to them, and then I started watching individuals being reactive, and I learned a lot from that. It sure did change the way I interacted with just about everyone. So for 2023, I have a new challenge. A few weeks ago, while meditating on the focus for 2023, a message came clear. I am worthy. I'd never considered myself worthy before, but I found myself saying, well, yeah, I'm worthy. Finding myself in the middle of a challenge, I say, I'm worthy, I can do this. And I realized that all beings in the universe are worthy. All creatures, large and small, have the same amount of God's spark. No one has any more, no one has any less. We are all equal in the eyes of the Creator, our source. It is how we utilize the gift of God's spark that determines the outcome. So when you breathe, review your reactions and step forward with benevolence from the center of your heart, where your divine parents reside, sending loving energy throughout the entire ethereal self into Mother Gaia. Return back to the top of our heads to the Spirit Divine. Be balanced and in the center of all things. This presents a challenge in the frequency we are currently experiencing. It's easy to get swayed in either direction. And the question might be, what is the right direction? Ask yourself of that in meditation. So as we go into our meditation, take a moment, check your posture. If you're in a chair, make sure that your knees are below your waist, your feet are flat and uncoupled on the floor. If you find that thoughts are distracting you, focus on your breath, your pranayama. Pay attention to the sensation as the breath enters your nose and as the flow of air leaves your body. Gaze to the center of your third eye. Envision a six-pointed star. And adjust your chin to elongating the spine, preparing it for the circulations. Envision a golden thread at the top of your head, pulling your spine erect. Norman Paulson, Sunburst founder, said, "Through meditation and prayer, we can see God face to face." We're going to play a short clip from Norm, then Patty will do the bowls and we'll go into our meditation.
Why did God create us all? Because he wanted to come here and play on this earth. Exist through our five senses: sight, hearing, smell, taste, touch. What a wondrous thing it is that they work, that we can play and sing and dance and run and swim and work and create all these things, these good things of life God came here to do.
So welcome back from the quiet portion of the service while we ponder the inspiration of faith. And today I'm going to share with you my story of faith. It's the story of how I got here. And when we adjourn to the lodge for our noonday meal, I would love to hear about your experiences of faith and intuitive actions. It was 1972 in the San Francisco Bay Area. I was on my way home from my shift as a cocktail waitress on the 101 freeway, about 1 a.m., right around San Mateo. And the car broke down. We didn't have cell phones back in those days. I knew there was a bar nearby, and I was very comfortable having worked in the bars for many years. So I walked to it and called my then husband, Bobby, to arrange to pick me up. We were broke. We didn't have enough money to take a cab, and a friend was able to come and pick me up in the middle of the night on the 101 freeway. A few days later, Bobby returned to the car to try and fix the tire. He was not very good with cars. A kind-hearted gentleman by the name of Doug stopped to help him. And our families became friends, and we went to their home for a dinner. Their house had no furniture except for one table with a book on it. And that book called out to me, Autobiography of Yogi. It was sitting on this one small table. And I asked Doug about the book, and his response, I'll never forget this, take it. If you can't absorb its meaning, then pretend it's an excellent fairy tale. And when you're done, please pass it along to someone else. I promised him I would do just that. Then Doug and his family disappeared from our lives. I don't know how that happened, but I never saw them again. Upon reading the book, I was transfixed on the story and completely bummed when I discovered that Yogananda had already transitioned. But when I got to the chapter about Babaji, that is when my entire world changed. I was taken out of my body to the Himalayas. I remember standing on a cliff and watching the entire scene described in the book take place. And it was at that moment I knew without a doubt, gut instinct told me that was my path. It seemed to be the answer to the blue light that had always been in the back of my head since my earliest recollection of life, and it's still there. This is my path, Kriya. I intuitively knew it would come to me, and it did. It was my gut instinct hard at work. In 1974, while living in Reno, a friend of ours, Ray Malice, was headlining at a casino. We were very involved in the entertainment industry back then. And we went to see the show, and he had been raving and raving about his good friend, Sandy De Silva. And he introduced us. And for Sandy and I, it was an instant connection. And those of you who know her, you know that when you meet her, she has that beautiful Sagittarian energy. It just grabs you. I didn't know it then, but Sandy was the catalyst to introduce me to Yogananda and eventually Sunburst. We used to go down to Ananda together and visit the ashram. We did that, and then she eventually moved to Ananda, and I went back to the Bay Area. And as she would transfer, her and Satya, her spiritual husband, would travel from Ananda down to Sunburst and back and forth. They always would stay with me. It was always great joy to have them show up at my door. But Sandy eventually left Ananda to come to Sunburst. She moved to Sunburst to assist Norm in writing his autobiography at his request. She sent me a copy of the book. I remember I got one of those notices you had to go to the post office to get something, and I couldn't wait to open it. It was in the car. I ripped off the cover and looked, and as soon as I saw Norm's face, I knew it. This is where I belonged. It was my faith, my gut instinct, that feeling you get in your stomach that was guiding my path. No matter how many times I have strayed away, and I have, I always end up coming back. My gut instinct guides me back to this path of sunburst, the teaching of the 8 right steps and the 12 virtues that I live on. Norm said in a clip earlier this morning, God experiences life from all of our experiences. And I think that when I get back into my soul body, I'm going to go have a chat with God about that. So you are all welcome to talk story during conscious speech and recreation in the lodge, where we'll enjoy the blessings of nourishment. So I want to give blessings to each and every one of you for joining us today. You are welcome to join us online for daily group meditations every morning and Tuesday night. The clip we played earlier tonight, that was the one I played last Tuesday night, and it just touched my heart. I had to share it. For more information about that, just contact our office. The hallmark of Sunburst is our dedication to meditate in fellowship as a collective. So I'm going to read my daily affirmation to bring this to a close. God, I am that I am in the creative universe. Draw loving, positive energy towards my spirit that is balanced and productive and abundant. God, I am that I am. I know I am a God particle. My creative self affirms abundance, acceptance, and self-realization as I part the veil of forgetting with joy and without fear or ego. God, I am that I am abundantly able to succeed in every effort that I truthfully destinate. So all of you, I say, practice kindness on our Mother Earth. And remember that the Holy Land is wherever you step when you step with kindness and love for Mother Gaia. We are all natives to her. We all breathe the same air. Most of all, thank you to the Great Spirit, the Creator, for this life. I am thankful for all the tribulations, all the trials, all the happy and sad times. I'm grateful for every bit of that adventure because that is where it brought me today, right here. So with conscious breath, circulate throughout the interdimensional tunnel and chant silently to yourself today. I am worthy. Most importantly, don't give your power to anyone, including yourself, or as Norm used to say, life, love, God. I'm going to close with a quote from Yogananda about faith, and I am paraphrasing. Faith is the intuitive experience of all truth and the meditation-born conviction that we were made in the all-knowing, all-seeing image of God. So may the peaceful vibration from today's meditation be with us for the rest of the day. Remember to be actively calm, calmly active. And we're going to end the service with a song.
Deep down inside I've got that everlasting love, it's shining like the sun, it radiates on everyone. And the more that I give, the more I've got to give. It's the way that I live, it's all I'm living for.
the sun, it radiates on everyone. And the more that I give, the more I've got to give. It's the way that I live, it's all I'm living for.
Deep down inside I've got that everlasting love, it's shining like the sun, it radiates on everyone.
And the more that I give, the more I've got to give. It's the way that I live, it's all I'm living for. Shining like the sun, it radiates on everyone. And the more that I give, the more I've got to give. It's the way that I live, it's all I'm living for. Yes, the way that I give, the more I've got to give. It's the way that I live, it's all I'm living for. May the grace of God bless men and every woman in this land. Stay strong and keep your faith alive. Whatever comes to meet us, you know the darkness won't defeat us. Stay strong and keep your faith alive. Some say the end is coming, set our souls a-running, but I say, stay strong and keep your faith alive. Let's all come together, take care of each other. Stay strong and keep your faith alive. Raise your hand, in the air, stay strong, keep your faith alive. Take a stand, say a prayer, stay strong, keep your faith alive. Hand in hand and side by side, with hearts open wide. Stay strong and keep your faith alive. Help others find a way, create heaven here today. Stay strong and keep your faith alive. Raise your hand, in the air, stay strong and keep your faith alive. Take a stand, say a prayer, stay strong and keep your faith alive. In times like these we need to remember what is real. Stay strong and keep your faith alive. United in our quest to spread love and happiness. Stay strong and keep your faith alive. Raise your hand, in the air, stay strong and keep your Stay strong, keep your faith alive. Jai Ram Ram Bolo, Jai Ram Ram Bolo, Jai Ram Ram Bolo, Sita Ram, Sita Ram. Jai Ram Ram Bolo, Jai Ram Ram Bolo, Jai Ram Ram Bolo, Sita Ram, Sita Ram. Jai Ram Ram Bolo, Jai Ram Ram Bolo, Jai Ram Ram Bolo, Sita Ram, Sita Ram. Jai Ram Ram Bolo, Jai Ram Ram Bolo, Jai Ram Ram Bolo, Sita Ram.
Raise your hand,
Raise your hand
in the air.
in the air. Stay strong, keep your faith alive.
Lend a hand,
Lend a hand,
say a prayer.
say a prayer. Stay strong, keep your faith alive. Stay strong and keep your faith alive.
Stay strong and keep your faith alive.